I'm just going to say, you know, I am all about productivity, and I like people that take action. So I'm going to say it has been a successful week for President Trump in the White House. His first week in, he's been passing executive orders right and left on everything from immigration to health care. And with the support of a Republican-controlled Congress, Trump looks like he's going to be very busy during his first 100 days. But the president's plans, they could be spoiled by opposition from the other side of the aisle. You know, although Democrats have significantly less power than they did during the Obama administration, they seem to be trying to adopt a new strategy. Just fight Donald Trump tooth and nail at every single turn and see what it gets you. Well, how's that helping anyone? And shouldn't Democrats and Republicans share a common goal? Shouldn't we all want to make America great again? Democratic strategists Harlan and Biro are back with me. And, you know, Robin, I was thinking about this because one of my daughters, she's 7 years old, she asked me last night whether I thought Donald Trump was doing a good job, because a whole lot of kids at school, they don't support him and they don't like him. And what I told her was, regardless of politics, regardless of whether you wanted Hillary Clinton in office and couldn't stand and can't stand Donald Trump, the reality is that every single one of us should want him to succeed. He is our new president. We should want to see success because his success is our success. And she nodded her head in agreement and she took it in. And Robin, I ask you this because why is it that there are Democrats out there that can't realize what a 7-year-old just gets instinctively?
Trish, you said it so perfectly. I have the utmost respect for you as a host. I feel entirely the same way. He's the president of us all. And what I want the country to remember is that Donald Trump was not the favorite for the GOP. They didn't want him initially, and the Democrats certainly didn't. But now he's our president. He's the president of us all. We all should want the country to succeed. We have to find middle ground on some of these issues. On some of them, we surely can, such as infrastructure and some of the tax reform. You know, we're going to hold him accountable. I don't want to adopt Mitch McConnell's playbook of just saying no to everything for the next 4 years and trying to make him a one-term president, as they did to President Obama. Like, Donald Trump rose to power as the anti-candidate. I got it. So now we have to try and find middle ground so that we don't alienate your average Americans. It's the wave of populism.
Harlan, yeah. You were a Democrat that wound up supporting Donald Trump. Yes. And I point this out because a lot of the things he's talking about, I mean, the infrastructure spending, that's something that Democrats should welcome. Yes. And has been a platform that they've embraced. I mean, he's talking about potentially universal health care, yeah, improving the Obamacare, taking it one step further. That, again, is something that Democrats should want to embrace. So is it possible to get the politics out of it, or is it just the reality because they're thinking about their own darn future instead of our future?
So I think we have witnessed a once-in-a-generation political realignment of both parties. And if the Democratic Party doesn't come around, and if they don't work with him on infrastructure spending, if they don't work with him on fixing Obamacare because it's going to go bust, if they don't come to the table and solve these problems, then they're not going to be a relevant party going forward. Because we've seen that there's some elements in the Democratic Party that want to drag it further to the left. Donald Trump's a pretty moderate guy. He wants to roll out a very similar infrastructure plan to the one that Chuck Schumer's proposed. The only difference is a little bit of the funding sources. They want to source the money from some different places. We can come together and we can find commonality and we can pass a lot of successful legislation that will advance the American worker.
But gosh darn it, you know, you're a Democrat talking sense right now.